From Times Square, this is Good Morning America with Charles Gibson, Diane Sawyer, and Robin Roberts.
We continue now with our call to action about America's foster care system. And part of it, of course, is making sure that these children, these most fragile children, don't bounce around from home to home when they need a permanent adult in their lives. There are a lot of people who go overseas to help children. How about these children? Like Ruben, who has just turned 18 when adoption is so rare, but he's still hoping out there, one of you is a family he can call his own.
My name is Ruben. I'm 17 years old. I live in Flatbush Avenue, and it's about my life.
Meet Ruben, the star of his own video, a kind of advertisement for love from potential adoptive parents.
I always wanted to start all over my life. I always felt like here's a new chance, here's a new start.
Child advocates helped him make it to cut down on the painful rejection so many foster kids experience in those auctions, auditions for moms and dads.
What I need is a mom and a dad. Not need, I really want a mom and a dad.
Early on, Ruben's dad left. Then he and his 4 siblings were taken away from their mother because of neglect. Ruben had it the toughest. 3 of his siblings were adopted together, but not him. He was left out in foster care, alone. The rejection devastating.
I don't really know how to explain it. It hurts a lot to be rejected.
When kids get rejected, it just means the next time a family comes forward, they're less likely to trust that it's going to work out.
He was able to visit his birth mom a few times. She died a couple of years after that. Even though he was taken away from her by authorities, he says 10 years later, he still wishes he had her encouragement.
What my mother wanted me to do is to be happy and do good. And that's what I'm trying to do is make my mother's wishes come true.
He is fiercely loyal to her still. And he'll, every year on the anniversary of her death, he'll let a balloon go in the sky. And, he speaks very highly of his birth mother in spite of having been removed from her home.
10 years in the system, Ruben has lived in as many homes, 11 different schools, life always in transition.
I never got comfortable. I never found a place to say I'm home. I always felt that I'm at somebody's house. I don't refer as my house.
People are sort of surprised to hear that an 18-year-old would still want a family. And that's what I hope Ruben would help people understand, that you're not too old for a family.
He has turned his ache for family love into poetry. It's a rap song.
A father is a person that I can see every night, follow me and think about things that I want to be in life.
It is older children like Ruben who have it the hardest. So many kids in their teens never get adopted. One solution is mentoring, this program in New York called Adoptment. Foster kids meet once a week with people who were foster kids themselves, who sit and talk with them about art, homework, life.
We see grades go up, we see behavioral changes, we see a lot more sharing of feelings.
Doug Anderson just retired as an executive vice president at a major investment firm.
I was a foster kid. I ate out of a garbage can as a child. I ended up as executive vice president on Wall Street. You can do it. These kids need someone to let them know that they can succeed. They just need a little help, a little push, someone to talk to, someone other than the system.
And mentoring, it turns out, is a two-way street.
It actually surprises me how much she teaches me about myself.
She's the only friend I really have. The only person I could really talk to and find answers in her. And she's actually kind of fun for a white girl.
1, 2, 3, go!
Amy and Dan Matthews of Millbury, Ohio say another solution, of course, is for families to come forward, adopt, and make a difference. What they did is amazing, adopting 6 sisters from foster care, so the girls would never be separated.
Every single person could go to their county and could ask, what can I do? Every person watching this could make a difference somehow. There's way too many children in foster care.
Amy says when she sees her 6 growing daughters, she sees love like never before in her life.
I could not imagine one day without my kids. And I think it's better than any money in the world, anything. Love is about making memories, because at the end of the day, all you have is memories. You don't have money, you don't have things. When you die, all your children have are memories.
Love, hope, the kind Ruben still harbors inside his heart. He says he's not giving up. Someday, he dreams one of you will love him.
If I keep waiting and being rejected, it makes me a stronger person. You can't stop. If you stop, you lose. I'm not a loser. I just want to be a winner.
And you can learn more about Ruben and his story on our website, abcnews.com. Despite the pain, again, as you heard, so many foster kids do go on to have amazing lives. Eddie Murphy's father died when he was 8, and when his mother got sick, he spent a year in foster care. Rapper and actor Ice-T ended up in foster care after his parents were killed in a car accident. When her mother got sick, Cher spent time in an orphanage. And some other famous foster kids, Hollywood super agent Benny Medina, 1996 Olympic decathlon champion Dan O'Brien, former Colorado Senator Ben Nighthorse Campbell, best-selling self-help author Wayne Dyer, and founder and CEO of Domino's Pizza, Tom Monahan. And I want to ask a favor of all of you, if I can, on behalf of these children. This Sunday, when you go to church or temple or wherever you worship, what if you just talk to your church about being a village to surround one of these kids? And remember what they did out in Salem, Oregon, when they made such a difference. The churches decided to come together with some businessmen, and things started happening. Here from Salem Alliance Church is a word to you from Pastor John Stumbo.
If a community doesn't care about their children, we don't deserve to be called a community. If a neighborhood doesn't care about their children, we're not a neighborhood. And if a church doesn't care about the children of the neighborhood, what are we calling ourselves a church for? That's not a church of Christ.